Hi guys, I am back with another video, and today is going to be another Throwback Thursday mani. So this is the mani that I'm going to be recreating for you guys. I showed this mani in a video, what was I doing? When I was showing the peel off base coat from Dainty Digits, and a lot of you guys really liked it and wanted me to do a tutorial on it. So today that's what I'm going to do. And this is how I did it today. I'm going to show you a picture of the original mani. I did change it up a little bit. So that was the original mani, and as you can see, I had the flowers all down at the tips of my nails, but my nails were square at the time, so that would kind of look funny on, almond-shaped nails to have the flowers all down, because they would be like hanging off, you know what I mean? So I did change it up a teeny little bit, but everything else is completely the same. I used the same polish, the same plates, everything. So let me go ahead and get out everything that I need to do this mani, and I will meet you guys back. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are really big fans of this camera angle, so I'm going to try to keep this camera angle going as long as I can with this camera. It's a little bit different than it was before for me, so I'm going to try to make it work for you guys. So I'm going to be using an array of different things. So I'm going to start out with the base that I have on my nails. You can see I've got it here on my, my middle finger there. And what I did was I really wanted this color, this polish. And this polish is not opaque at all. It's really hard to build up to get it to be opaque. So I used Madame Glam's Baby Boy. As you can see here, this polish is beautiful and super opaque. And it matches this Sinful Colors like perfectly. It's like the exact same shade of blue, but you can see in the Sinful Colors bottle, it's got a beautiful shimmer. And on camera, it's showing up a little like gold, but in person, it's a pink shimmer. And it does have that gold shimmer in it, but it also has a gorgeous pink shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see it like right there. And it's beautiful. And this is called Cinderella. There we go. And it's just gorgeous. So I put on one coat of the Baby Boy. And then I put one coat of the Cinderella on over top of that to get this beautiful color. So I'm going to be using my Born Pretty Store clear jelly stamper for this entire mani. And I wish I had the bigger one, the one that's like 4 centimeters around. And I don't have one. I do have one on the way that I will review for you guys when it gets here though. But in the meantime, I'm going to be using this one. I'm also using my Born Pretty Store scraper. And I'm going to be using Born Pretty Store stamping polish in 33, which is the light blue shimmery polish. I'm also using Born Pretty Store stamping polish in, I don't know the number of this one, but this one is the dark blue, like a sapphire shade, shimmery polish. I'm going to be using Color Club and Harp on it, and I'm going to be stamping with this as well. Just a beautiful silver holo, and they do have a bluish shade of holo called Blue Heaven that you could use that instead, but this one really stamps better because it's a little bit like thicker, a little bit more opaque than the others. And I'm also going to be using Mundo de Uñas #1 in white. Mundo de Uñas. I say it fast and sometimes people can't understand what I'm saying. I'm going to be using this as well. And to begin with, I'm going to be using this Moira stamping plate. I can get it without a glare for you guys. Moira stamping plate 02, and this is called the Fabric Texture Plate. I'm going to be using the couple of these plaid images here. I'm going to be using this one right here. And I'm also using this one right here. I'll be starting with this one first. And I'm starting with the lighter blue shimmery stamping polish to begin with. And I'm going to do my very best to show you guys me actually stamping it on the nail. But when I'm in this camera angle, I have to rely solely on the viewfinder. So I might not be able to do it once we get to a certain step, but I will do my very best. So there is the beautiful plaid image. And I'm going to pop this right on my middle finger here. Let's see. And I'm just going to pick the spot I want, and there we go. And it's really important when you're doing a mani like this to do the best you can, the very, very, very best to get the lines as straight as possible, because if they're crooked, you are really, really, really going to be able to tell. And now I'm moving on to this image right here. And I am using, if I can open it, the darker blue stamping polish for this step. And for this image, I do scrape it on an angle. Typically, when you're scraping, you want to scrape in the direction of the line. So if you have vertical lines, scrape vertically. Horizontal lines, scrape horizontally. Diagonal lines, scrape diagonally. But if you have an image like this with horizontal and vertical lines, you're going to scrape at an angle to where it's just gonna, it ends up the best. Because if you scrape just one way, then it's gonna leave the opposite lines like spotty. They're not gonna come out good. It's hard to explain, but just trust me. Take my word on it. So there's that image. And I'm going to do my best to show you guys this again. Some it's a little bit harder because I really got to line it up this time. And I'm going to pick where I want. I try to make the intersections go in between, like where the empty spots were the first time. Just like that. So I try to make it to where this set of lines is intersecting. I try to put it in the empty squares from the first stamp. I hope that makes sense. So there is the image. There it is, stamped twice, and you can see like where the darker blue intersects is where it was just a plain gap before. And I did miss a little bit down there, but that's okay. So like here was an empty spot before, and now it's got the dark blue inside there. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to be using the same image that I just used a minute ago with the Color Club Harp On It polish. And this is a regular polish, so it's not going to dry as slowly. So you do have to move a little bit faster with this one. There it is on the stamper. And this one isn't quite as important to get it perfect, but you still want to try. Try not to put it in the exact same spot that you just did, basically. And you still need to make sure the lines are nice and straight. So there is the holo stamping on top, so it's like triple stamping. And as I turn my nail in the light, I'm sure you can see that holo a little bit better. You can really see it here on my pointer finger after it's top coated. You can just see that that hint of that rainbow glitter popping out periodically. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean up this nail, top coat this nail, and then I will meet you guys back to put on the cute little flowers and stuff. Okay, so now I have cleaned that up a little bit and given it a few minutes to dry here. I'm still using my clear jelly stamper and my Born Pretty Store scraper. And I have switched plates. Now I'm using Uber Chic Beauty Plate 7-01. And I'm going to be using two different images off of this plate. I'm going to be using this one right here, the one that has my greasy, yucky fingerprint on it that says Stamp Champ. And let's see if we can get it in frame. Nope. And I'm going to be using this image right here, this cute little like hibiscus looking tropical flower. There's the image. So now I'm going to try to get this cute little hibiscus or hibiscus-like flower, this tropical looking flower. Not necessarily a hibiscus. I'm sure it's not really, because I don't really know my flowers. And there's the image. I'm just going to pop this. Let's do top right. I have a hard time getting these images to stick for some reason. I don't know why. I've never had a problem with any Uber Chic plates ever. And there we go. My cute little flower and my cute little words. Okay, so now for the very last step here, I've got this cute little wheel of rhinestones. These are 1.5 millimeter stones. I'm not 100% where I got them, but you can totally get these from eBay. I think they sell these at bornprettystore.com too. And I'm going to use these very pastel blue ones right here. And I'm just going to be securing them with my top coat, which is I&M Out the Door. I know you can't see it, but that's what it is. And I just use an orange wood stick to pick them up. So I'm just going to go ahead and top coat the nail here. And pick up a rhinestone. And I'm just going to pop it right in the center of that cute little flower. Just like that. And then I'm going to top coat my ring finger. Pick up some more rhinestones. And I'm just going to kind of stagger them around the image. Let's do one right here. Going to do one down here. And one more right about there. And that's all I did, guys. That's it. So that's it. That is the finished look. That's all I did. I hope you guys are still liking this series. If you have any other manis that you have any requests for, go ahead and leave them down below. They can be from my Instagram or from here on YouTube. I already have one that I'll probably be doing next week, which is the mani from the Queen plates that I just did. The purple one with the gradient stamping. So if you have any other ones, like I said, go ahead and leave them down below and I will get to them as soon as humanly possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and of course, come back to see me next time. Bye!